It's been a fascinating week for comic books on the secondary market. If you guys are interested in what's been spiking, go grab your vibe juice and meet me back here in the comic room. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Keep It Comics. As always, I am your humble host, C3. Before I get started, I would like to take this opportunity to do what I always do, which is thank each and every one of you for stopping by checking out the channel. If you enjoyed last week's video, you're definitely going to enjoy this week's video. I've got a lot of comic books I want to show you. And if you stick around to the end, I'll show you what I picked up for New Comic Book Day. So you guys know the drill. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and feel free to ring that bell. So every time I do a video, you wonderful people will get that notification. All right? So you know what it is. It's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to keep it comics. Yes. Don't hate, congratulate. Let's dive right on in. Coming in at number 10, we got some popular copper, ladies and gentlemen. This book is published by DC. I put this book on my list because it brings back all types of memories for me. The title of this book is Mask, issue number 1. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this book was released on August 6, 1985. The key factor to this book is, it's just like what I said, it's nostalgia for me. That's the only reason I need, right? It's the direct sales edition. Now, let's talk numbers. The last recorded sale for this book was on September 24th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $45. Now, this book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 3.17%. The average sale for a raw copy is $32 at the moment. And the average sale for CGC 9.8 is $450. Now, there's been 130 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 38 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 168 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I really used to enjoy watching Mask on Saturday morning cartoons. And it was, like I said, it just brings back so many memories. Leave a comment in the comment section. How many of you actually remember what Mask stands for? All right? Yeah, exactly. M-A-S-K. What does it stand for? All right? Leave a comment in the comment section. I loved it. All right? So, now, the highest known sell was back in April 16th of 2022, where CGC 9.8 of this book sold for $495. But that's okay. If that price is too steep for you guys, for some of you, right? Fair market value has this book resting at $32 for a raw copy in fine condition. All right? And it's all, trust me when I tell you, it's okay to go after some of that low-hanging fruit. Low grade is better than no grade. All right? So if you are in the market for Mask, issue number 1, keep your eye out on this book because it is on the move. All right, we're going to keep the show moving, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number 9, we've got more popular copper. This book is coming in at number 9. It was published by Marvel, and the title of this book is The Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 90. Yep, it was released on February 14th of 1984. The key factor to this book is it's an early costume appearance. It's an early appearance of the black costume. It's 2 weeks, and it came out 2 weeks after Amazing Spider-Man issue 252. So it's still an early appearance, not the first appearance, but it's still an early appearance. And it came out 2 weeks after the Amazing Spider-Man 252. All right. So let's talk numbers on this book. And for you guys who like to collect those earlier appearances of the black costume, this one is for you. All right. So The last recorded sale for this book was on September 23rd of 2022, where a raw copy sold for $58. This book is currently trending upward with a 34.04% increase in sales, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the average sale for a raw copy of this book is $57. The average sale for a CGC 9.6 at the moment is about $150. Now, there has been 614 raw copies that have sold and 124 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 738 copies of this book that is moving on the secondary market. So, and keep this in mind, that back in September 28th of 2018, there was a high sale in this book. A CGC 9.8 sold for $610, and that was back in 2018. So, if you guys can negotiate that price down, I'm pretty sure you can get that for a little lower now. All right. So it don't hurt to just check the numbers, have a conversation with the person selling the book, and see if you can get that price down. But fair market value has this book resting at $57 for a raw copy in fine condition. All right. So if you are in the market for The Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 90, another early appearance of the black costume, keep your eye out on this book because it is definitely on the move. Coming in at number 8, we got some Bronze Age goodness, my friends. Coming in at number 8, this book is published by Marvel. The title of this book is Star Wars, issue number 41, the newsstand edition. Yep, here we go. This book was released on November 1st, 1980. The key factor of this book is it's the cameo appearance of Yoda. Yes, I love Yoda. I don't know about you, but I was getting Baby Grogu, I was getting confused with Yoda. I was like, oh, look at Yoda. They was like, that's not Yoda. Same species, different character, right? So check it out. Last recorded sale 2022. Last recorded sale for this book was on September of 2022. September 22 of 2022. That's a lot of twos. 222, 22, 22, 222, 222, 222. All right? Don't mind me. Too much vibe juice. Let's try it again. Action. Last recorded sale for this book was on September 22 of 2022, where a raw copy sold for $30. Now, this book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 37.90%. It has an average sale for a raw copy of $25 right now. The average sale for a CGC graded 9.8 is $324. There's been 111 raw copies that have sold and 27 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 138 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. The highest known sale for CGC 9.8 was back on January 10th of 2022, where that book sold for an even $1,000. Now, if that's too rich for some of you, fair market value has this book resting at $25 for a raw copy in near mint condition. So, if you are in the market for Star Wars issue number 41, newsstand edition, the cameo appearance of Yoda, keep your eye out on this book because it's definitely moving on the secondary market. All right, coming in at number 7. And as we continue to listen to all this Phase 5 chatter and speculation, keep this book in mind, all right? Because this book is going to always be in demand. This book is published by Marvel. It's a copper book. It's a copper age book. And the title of this book is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, issue number 1. Absolutely. This book was released on May 1st, 1984. The key factor to this book is it's the classic Beyonder, Galactus, and Doom story arc. Yep, with a Magneto twist. Yes, it has a Magneto twist, and it's just right for the Phase 5 hype. Phase 5 hype. So that's why I put it on this list. We're going to keep our eye out on this book because this book is moving. I myself just purchased an extra copy. I think I showed it to you in last week's video. I just purchased another copy, so I think that's like my 5th copy. So I'm keeping a real close eye out on this book. I anticipate it doing very well in the future. So now, the last recorded sale for this book was on September 24th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $103. This book is currently trending upward with a 38.48% increase in sales on the secondary market. The average sale for a raw copy of this book, an average sale for a graded copy of this book in a CGC 9.8 is $527. Now, an average sale for a raw copy is $35. There's been 1,528 raw copies that have sold and 612 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 2,140 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, listen to this. The highest known sale for this book was back on July 29th of 2022, where CGC 9.8 sold for $1,050. $1,050. All right? So keep your eye out on this book because fair market value has this book resting at $35 for a raw copy that's in very fine condition. So that low-hanging fruit is good for all of us. I mean, at the end of the day, I do it too. Like if there's a book that's out of my price range, I will definitely grab that book for that lower price amount. It doesn't have to be a 9.8. If it's a book that I really want to add to my collection, listen, I have 1.8s, I have 2.0s in my collection. I don't have anything lower than that. But listen, all of us are not rich. I know I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. So listen, if I could get that low-hanging fruit, that's what I'm going to buy. It makes me feel good, I'm going to buy it. All right? So if you're in the market for Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, issue number 1, keep your eye out on this book because it is definitely on the move. Man, I struggled with number 7, didn't I? Holy smokes. It's late. It's late. I'm trying to get this video out to you guys. And then I gotta chop it up and then get ready for work in the morning. All right? So, moving right along. Coming in at number 6, my friends, we got some more Bronze Age goodness. This book is published by Marvel. It was released on September 1st, 1975. The title of this book is Werewolf by Night, issue number 33. Oh, yes. The key factor to this book is it is the second appearance of Moon Knight. And I'm super excited about having this. I actually have, not possession, but I do have this book. It is in my pull box, and I can't wait to pick it up. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to all the people who helped me grow my collection. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. This book is in my pull box, and I can't wait to get my hands on it because it's going to just enhance my collection all that more. You know, all the better. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you holding that for me because you could have definitely sold that book and then got the money for it. So I appreciate you holding it for me. So let's talk numbers about this book. The last recorded sale for this book on the secondary market was on September 15th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book went for $108. This book is currently trending upward, my friends, with a 39.16% increase in sales. The average sale for a graded CGC 8.5 at the moment is $338, while the average sale for a raw copy is about $175. There's been 488 raw copies that have sold and 234 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 722 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale for this book was back on September 9th of 2021, where CGC 9.8 sold for $13,200. Yes, so again I say, I am excited about having this book in my collection, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. All right, fair market value has this book resting at $175 for a raw copy that's in fine condition. So if you're in the market for Werewolf by Night, issue number 33, keep your eye out on this book because it's on the move. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to that halfway mark. So allow me to just take a moment just to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with us this evening. Thank you for stopping by, checking out the channel. Thank you for allowing me to share my love of the hobby with you guys. I really enjoy collecting comics. I have a lot of cover purchases I like picking up. I like to pick up a lot of variances and everything. But most importantly, I love reading a good story. And I like sharing that with you guys. So I appreciate you taking the time out, clicking on the channel, hanging out with me, and just giving me something to do. I could not do this without you. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Oh yes, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, take this opportunity, smash that button, man, so you can get that next piece of information when I drop next week. All right? Yes, I appreciate you. And we have a lot of fun doing it. All right? And it's good vibes only. We just want to have fun. That's all. Nothing else. Okay? I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Coming in at number 5. We've got more Bronze Age goodness. This is strictly a cover buy for me. Yes, because I have a whole section in my collection that is just dedicated to art. Just covers that caught my attention and that just blew me away, and I had to have it, right? It's not no Vincent Van Gogh. It's not Van Gogh, but I treat it like it is. It's not no, what's his name? Basquiat. But I treat it like it is, right? So this book was published by DC Comics. It is released on December 1st, 1972. The title of this book is Action Comics, issue number 419. That's a nice one. Yes. Classic cover art by the late, great Neil Adams, man. Just beautiful. I've got a couple books that I got signed from him. I got some autographed books for him. Never got him graded or anything like that, but always been a very big fan of his artwork. So I'm happy to be able to add this to my collection, and I'm just, man, it's just a lot, man. We've lost a few greats in the last year or so in the comic book community, man. But yeah, so I had to shout out Neil Adams, man, for what he does. I really appreciate him. Rest in peace. And your work is going to live on, man. It's going to live on. All right, so let's talk numbers, man. Last recorded sale for this book was on September 15th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $28. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 40.54% increase in sales. Because I'm not the only person that loves Neil. That's fact, right? The average sale for a graded CGC 9.8 at the moment is $1,111. And the average sale for a raw copy of this book is roughly about $44 to $45. There's been 283 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 24 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 307 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, back on September 1st of 2022, signifies that high grade, that high sell of that CGC 9.8 that went for $1,111. But also keep in mind, fair market value has this book resting at $44 for a raw copy in fine condition. So if you're in the market for Action Comics, issue number 419, keep your eye out on this book because it's on the move. And it's got, like I said, it's got that classic Neil Adams artwork, man. So you can't go wrong with this one. Coming in at number 4. It's definitely a book worth adding to your collection. It was published by Marvel and it was released on October 10th of 2018. The title of this book is Venom, issue number 7. Venom, 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 issue number 7, right? The key factor to this book is it's the cameo appearance of Dylan Brock. All right, let's talk numbers because Venom is here to stay. Last recorded sale for this book was on September 24th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $30. Now, I remember when this book started spiking. And man, it started spiking real hard once people started putting together what Donny Cates was doing. This book is currently trending upward with a 43.92% increase in sales at this very moment as we speak. Now, the average sale for a CGC 9.8 is roughly about $78 to $80. Average sale for a raw copy of this book is anywhere between $23 to $25. There's been 618 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 98 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 716 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. The highest known sale was back on June 18th of 2021, where CGC 9.8 sold for $170. Yes, so this book has great potential. So keep your eye out on this book. Fair market value has it resting at $23 for the most common grade of a near mint raw copy. All right, so if you're in the market for this book, you can get your hands on a near mint raw copy for roughly about $23 to $25. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number 3. Coming in at number 3, this book is published by Marvel. More Bronze Age goodness. It was released on March 1st of 1980. The title of this book is King Conan, issue number 1. King Conan, issue number 1. Yes. Now, the key factor to this book is it is the first appearance of Conan's son, Khan. Yes, he's got a son. You are the father. Conan, you are the father. All right, let's talk numbers. Last recorded sale for this book was on September 18th of 2022, where a graded copy of a CGC 8.5 sold for $13, ladies and gentlemen. See, that's that low-hanging fruit that I'm talking about. Man, you have to know how I feel when I can get my hands on a graded copy of a nice book with a first appearance for $13. You can't beat that. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 47.92% increase in sales. The average sale for a raw copy is about $4. The average sale for a CGC 9.6 is $143. There's been 338 raw copies that have sold, but there's also been 59 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 397 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. This book has definitely grabbed some legs. This book has grown legs, and it is running right now. All right. The highest known sale for this book was back in July 3rd of 2021, where CGC 9.8 sold for $200. Right. So even though we haven't heard a lot about Conan, he still has a cult following. He still has people that enjoy his comics. So trust me, this book will surface and this book will do numbers. So just keep your eye out on this book. Fair market value has it resting at $4 for a raw copy of a book in fine condition. So if you are in the market for King Conan, issue number 1, first appearance of Conan's son, Khan, keep your eye out on this book because it's on the move. Coming in at number 2, another book that was published by Marvel. It was released on February 15th of 2006. The title of this book is Giant Size, Miss Marvel, issue number 1. Yes. Now, why do you think I put this book on the list? I'll tell you. It's the first appearance of Chewie, Miss Marvel's alien cat. Even though they didn't name it, it's the first appearance of it, right? But again, this is a first appearance for not a lot of money. No one's talking about it right now. The price has come down considerably from where it was when they were talking about dropping her movie a few years back. Remember that? So this has come all the way down. and it's right where I like it. You know me, I strike while the iron is cold. That's my motto. I don't want the book when it's hot. I wait for it to cool way down, and then that's when I get my hands on it, right? So this is one of those books. Remember, strike while the iron is cold, right? Now, the average sale for a raw copy of this book is $10. The average sale for a graded copy of this book is $90. This book is trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 53.99% increase in sales at the moment. See? So I'm not the only one who thinks like that. This book has come down and people are grabbing this book. The average, this book sold for, on September 12th of 2022, a raw copy of this book sold for $24. There's been 203 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 7 graded copies that have sold. And like I said, the average sale for a CGC 9.6 is $90. Highest known sale for a CGC 9.6 was back in March 17th of 2019, when that book sold for $215. So we're watching this book come way down. Fair market value has this book rested at $10 for a raw copy in near mint condition. And that's just perfect for my wallet. So if you are in the market for Giant Size Miss Marvel, issue number 1, first appearance of Chewie, even though they didn't name him, Miss Marvel's alien cat, keep your eye out on this book because it is definitely on the move. All right, ladies and gentlemen, comic book family, my people, my brothers and sisters, we have finally made it to the number 1 hottest comic book on the secondary market of the week. Coming in at number 1, Silver Age book. This is a cover purchase for me, and I'm not ashamed to say it. The title of this book is Fantastic Four, issue number 79. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a book that was written by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, and it's got that classic Jack Kirby cover art, man. So this is a book that I definitely gotta get my hands on this book. I have to get my hands on this book, and I've been patiently waiting, and I think it's getting about that time. That's why it's number 1. That's why it's on the list. All right, let me show you some numbers. Well, let me talk to you about some numbers. All right, so the last recorded sale for this book was on September 24th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $6. Boy, I'm about to splurge, get like 5 copies. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 76.77 increase in sales. I'm not the only person that sees this book. The average sale for a CGC 9.4 is about $240, while the average sale for a raw copy is about $22. There's been 556 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 42 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 598 copies of this book that continues to change hands on the secondary market for the moment. The highest known sale was back on November 19th of 2015, where CGC 9.8 sold for $1,912. Yes, $1,912. But that's okay, because I'm going after that low-hanging fruit. And fair market value has this book rested at $22 for a raw copy that's in very good condition. So if I just add a little bit of lunch money to that, I could probably spend that $240 and get me a nice copy of this book. And that's something that I'm probably going to do, because I need this Jack Kirby cover art in my collection. I got to have it, man. I can feel it. It's calling me. All right. So if you too are in the market for some Jack Kirby cover art, classic such as this, Fantastic Four, issue number 79, keep your eye out on this book, because it is definitely on the move. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have given you your list. be sure to be careful while you're out there on the hunt. Have fun. Enjoy the hunt. Don't do anything crazy. Never jump out of the airplane without your parachute. If these books are a little too costly for you at the moment, just be patient. They'll come back down. These books always cycle. They always cycle back around. They go up, they come down. You just wait for the right moment to strike. And you know my philosophy. Strike while the iron is cold. Don't wait for a book to get hot to decide you want to purchase the book. Start looking at those low-hanging fruits now. That's what I do. I enjoy doing that. While everybody's over here talking about what's hot and everybody's fighting over those books and the prices are going up, I'm over here just collecting nice, quiet, low-hanging fruit, keys too. Books, they spike, and they do well on the secondary market. Even though I don't sell any of my books, I'm enhancing my collection by striking while the iron is cold. I'm getting keys that nobody's talking about. It works. It definitely works. All right? So just be careful. Have fun. It's a hobby. It shouldn't cost us an arm and a leg just to add a book to our collection. All right? So for those of you who are lucky enough to hang around, I promised I'd show you some books. And I got a couple special things I want to show you too. All right? So I really appreciate each and every one of you stopping by, checking out the channel. If you haven't subscribed, this is still a perfect time to subscribe. We're still here. We haven't gone anywhere. So, yeah, let's subscribe. Good vibes only. All right. So, the first books I want to show you, I actually picked these up at the Dollar Tree. So, if you guys are out shopping at the dollar store, look for this book because these books are out there. All right. When I saw them, I was excited. I had to have them. I grabbed a few copies, and it is Final Faction First Impact issue number 1. So if you see this book out there, grab it. I got this at the Dollar Tree. All right? Yeah, they're only $1. So I got those, right? I grabbed a few copies of those. You never know. A little short run, a little short story, right? Just to show love to my boy Brian Hawkins and Sammy, what's his name, Cavella, I grabbed The Vineyard, issue number 1. I grabbed another copy of this. I believe this is cover A. And I grabbed this puppy right here. Yeah, just to continue to show love to Brian Hawkins. Good writer. Wrote Black Cotton. All right, from Marvel, I grabbed Thor, issue number 27. Yep, and I've got quite a few books, so I'm gonna breeze right through them. The Magic Order 3, issue number 3. I've been loving this since day one. Definitely recommend that. Glad to see it back on the shelves. Nice House on the Lake. Black Label. This is it, book number 10. Yeah. And this is cover B. Absolutely. One of my favorite books I'm reading, and if you've been watching the channel, you know how much I love me some Miles Morales, and this is issue number 42. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. This book, this is the final issue, so I haven't read it yet, but I am going to read it to see how it ends, and I can't wait for that next series to start. I'm here it's going to get a new production team, so I'm interested to see where they go with it. Next up, this book is from DC. It's DC Horror, Sergeant Rock versus the Army of Dead. Picking up all my horror books. You know we're coming into that holiday season. I love reading horror during this time of year. It just feels right. It feels right. From DC, I picked up another copy of the Jurassic League, issue number 1 of 6. I had to have another copy of this. I have a funny feeling about this book. I got a tingly feeling about this, but when I get like that about a book, I have to grab it. Next up, I grabbed Pink Lemonade, and this is that 1 in 10. What's that, McElvey? 1 in 10 McElvey cover. I believe this is cover A, you know, that yellow cover. Definitely had to have that. Yes. This book was hot off the presses. When I looked on eBay the night before, there was none of these on eBay. Like they had this cover up there, but they didn't have cover A up there. So this is Star Wars Dr. Aphra, issue number 24, and this is Lord Moment. Just a fire cover. Fire. I'm hearing that there is some first appearances in there, which is why it was like that. So I'm going to read it and see what all the hoopla is about. The next book I grabbed was Briar, issue number 1. And this is that Merker and Dolfo cover. I also grabbed the Unlockable, the 1 per. I believe this is the 1 per. And then I also grabbed the Merker and Dolfo 1 in 25. Definitely have to have that. Hopefully one day I can get her to autograph some of these books that I have. Love her artwork, man, and I love what she did with Sweet Paprika. Enjoyed it. Next up, DC versus Vampires, and this is issue number 9. Yeah, so as you can see, I like my covers. Definitely like my covers. Here's another cover purchase. Man, just a beautiful piece of artwork. I can't pronounce his name, but it looks like Urgent Gunda's Virgin variant, man. This is Vampirella, issue number 3, year 1. Man, this is such a beautiful cover. It's the Virgin cover. Urgent Gunda's. I don't know. I don't want to butcher the name, but does beautiful work, man. Just beautiful. Happy to have that in my collection. All right. Next up, I grabbed Star Wars issue number 26, that second print with that black and white cover. Next up, celebrating her 30th anniversary, it's Harley Quinn, issue number 22. And this is a beautiful Natalie Saunders variant. It's beautiful, man. I like this artwork. I like this depiction of Harley. Grown up, mature, not that little childish face. Like, I mean, I got daughters, so like I got 4 daughters, so I don't like, looking at artwork that shows like childish faces on mature women's bodies. I don't like that. I could do without that. Sorry. I'll pass. So this one's perfect. 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 Beautiful artwork. Beautiful artwork. Nice facial features. Beautiful artwork. Here's another Miles Morales, issue number 42. It's the all black cover. I like this one. It's nice. It was hard to find this one in a good grade, but I think I did. Yeah, nice and sharp. Nice and sharp. Little rub. But overall, I'm happy. Move this over here. Show you guys the other Harley Quinn variant I got. I got her with her 2 pets. This is dope too. Definitely like that. Nice. Like it. Good work. Batman Beyond the White Knight, and this is book 5, J. Scott Campbell. Fire. Fire. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up another copy of this. I like how that red, gray, I like they got that red and gray. Just looks good together. Here's that hot book I was talking about, Dr. Aphra, issue number 24. And it's the first appearance of the Seekers. And it flew off the shelves. Yep. So, and I wind up grabbing the second copy as well. You know, for spits and giggles. All right. Next up, Marvel Voices, issue number 1. And I think this is the first appearance of this young lady that's on the cover here. Yep. So I'll be interested in reading that, finding out a little bit about her. I picked this up. Just beautiful black and white artwork. And Jay Anacleto did the artwork on this. This is Gun Honey, issue number 3, the second print. Jay Anacleto artwork. Have a few pieces from him. Thought this one's pretty dope. As I was looking it up, though, I saw some covers that was done for Gun Honey, man. Holy smokes. Is it comic books or is it porn? I don't know. Like, I just want comics, man. I ain't trying to get all into it like that. Like, you might as well go get some Blacktails or something, or some Penthouse, if you're going to do all that other stuff. All right. So, this is a book that I also picked up from the Dollar Tree. So, check this out, man. I was happy to find this. I walked in the store and seen this and got excited. If you were in the Dollar Tree and you guys see this, grab it. Check it out. Yeah, look. Who remembers this stuff, man? Right? It just took me back to my childhood, man. Years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago. Right? $6 Million Man, The Bionic Woman, Incredible Hulk, Electra Woman, and Dinah Girl. Come on, man. I bet you half y'all don't even know who I'm talking about. The Man from Atlantis. Yo, check this out. Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. That's our Wonder Woman right there. She was bad too. Wonder Woman! Right? You got the Bionic Woman, and you got the Story of Isis down there. Are you kidding me? Hold up. Watch this. You got Lou Ferrigno and Lee Majors, yo. Farrah Fawcett Majors' husband. Holy cow, Batman. Look. You got Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Shazam. You got Captain Marvel. What? Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. Leave a comment in the comment section if you know those characters, man. Holy smokes. So I had to have this, man. This was something for the collection. Look. Underdog. Captain Caveman. Yo, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Blue Falcon. Dog Wonder. Dynamite. Man, just so much. So, if you see this out there, go ahead and grab it, man. Just a beautiful piece of collector's work, you know? I like it. So I had to have it. Definitely worth having in the collection. I just have to get a magazine bag and board for it because I only had one, and I had to put this in there. This is the last book that I have to show you guys tonight, and it is Hell is a Squared Circle. It's a one-shot from Aftershock Comics. Hell is a Squared Circle. Shout out to my boy Steve. Gonna be doing this wrestling thing, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. Hell is a square circle. Alright? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. Those are the comics that I picked up for New Comic Book Day. And remember, I have given you your list. Execute. Be careful. Don't hurt nothing, and don't let nothing hurt you. You know what I always say? Don't hate, congratulate. Show some love, because that don't cost you nothing. Appreciate. But no matter what you do, ladies and gentlemen, always keep it comics. I'll see you guys next video. Later, Gators. You know what.